for some reason. All right, Sonia has a fun question. I actually feel really bad for Sonia. So, Sonia says, my Maltese Shih Tzu keeps jumping up onto my patio table and weeing on the plant in the middle of the table, driving me bloody mad. He has a 1/4 acre garden. What oils, etc. to use? So when we're trying to deter an animal from something, we do what's called reverse self-selection. So when we do self-selection, we present the essential oil to the animal. We let them smell it with the cap on, see if they like it. If they like it, they'll like lick it or try to eat it or something like that. They'll let you know that they like it, or they'll have kind of a neutral response. If they don't like it, they'll turn away. They might start barking at you, and that sort of thing. So find an oil that your dog doesn't like and use that one. So it's a reverse self-selection. So you're actually wanting him to say no to an oil. Black pepper is usually a pretty good one. Peppermint is usually a good one for some animals. Those are some options. Cinnamon or cassia might be good ones as well. The other option is to keep it in an area where he can't jump up and get to it. So in an area where it's like up high on a smaller pedestal, so he can't actually get up there, versus the patio table. That is very frustrating. I can understand that. Dilla says, I'm having trouble with cat fleas. Nothing seems to work. I'm thinking of a drop each of tea tree and cedarwood on their collar. Is that okay? No, it is not okay. Never, ever, 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 ever use tea tree with cats, ever. No, stop, please, for the love of God. Okay. Sorry, I really wanted to drive home that point. So no tea tree. Cedarwood is okay. Just cedarwood is fine. You can definitely dilute it and put it on their collar. We have some great recipes for that. If you actually go to essentialoilvet.com/fleas, that is a free download for you, Dilla, that you can actually download and get some good, safe information on how to repel fleas from your cats, as well as helping the environment and that sort of thing. So cedarwood is fine, just plain cedarwood. Do not use tea tree, please. Okay. Kim says our cockatiel stays in our daughter's room. They love diffusing. What oil should we absolutely never have going in the room with him? Most birds are actually okay with diffusing, as long as and cockatiels are not as fragile as like canaries or parakeets, for example. So you're probably going to be okay diffusing citrus oils. Just be a little bit more cautious with some of the stronger smelling oils, like the mint oil, like peppermint. They have a very delicate respiratory tract that includes air sacs as well as lungs. And so they're very, very, they're so thin. They're like, I would say not even, they're more than paper thin. It's just like so thin. So to help them breathe, so we really need to make sure that we're just a little bit more careful, maybe diffusing only 2 drops at a time instead of 4 or 5 drops, that sort of thing. The citrus oils are totally fine. The flower oils are totally fine. Some people don't like diffusing some of the more woody oils around them. We want to be a little more cautious with those. And then I probably would not diffuse like cassia, some of those really harsh oils. But birds actually do pretty well with diffusing, as long as you're just very, very minimal in the number of drops that you're using in your diffuser, and that you're using a water-based diffuser as opposed to one that is nebulizing and pulling straight from the bottle. Julie says, do you have a rat deterrent spray that I can use in my chicken run? And if you know anything to deter squirrels, they're chewing at anything wooden. Yeah, squirrels. So, hold on. My dogs wish I would repel all the squirrels in our yard. They sure do like to tease them. So the deterrent spray, same thing. Rodents in general, so this would work for the squirrels potentially too. Rodents in general do not like peppermint, and peppermint and clove together seems to be quite effective. Some people just use peppermint, and you can totally use that around your chickens. They do great with those particular oils. So definitely try that. And then the biggest thing is like making sure your perimeter is not very rat friendly, and that there's no holes in your perimeter and that sort of thing. So they're just trying to get to the food. Food sources are what draw rodents for sure. And when you have rodents, you have snakes. So we're really careful about that around here because we have lots of snakes that are not super friendly. Okay, so peppermint. That'd be my best recommendation for you, Julie. Roxy says oils for an older horse to keep a good immune system. So I recommend all horses, especially older horses, get internally. Just make sure it has it's a brand that has that supplement facts label on it. Frankincense, copaiba, On Guard. It's a blend for the immune system, and you can do wild orange, and sometimes peppermint is good as well. And for older horses, I like to add in peppermint just as one, it tastes good. They like it usually, and you can do 2 to 4 drops, really to 5 drops each feeding for those guys twice a day. Once or twice a day is totally fine for those particular general every single day support oils for horses. Kathy, I have a 10-year-old with arthritis. I'm not sure what species, but for all animals, I really like, there's a blend called Aroma Touch. It's our massage blend, and this one is great. You just need to dilute it before you apply it topically for small animals, but I use it with cats, dogs, horses, any species. Super, super good to help with joint support. I've been getting a lot of questions this week about senior pets. Just a ton of questions on the post last week from all week long about that. And so I just wanted to address that real quickly. We do have a member webinar in our Essential Oil Vet membership. This month, it's the 27th of the month. So it's after all this craziness towards the end of the month. And this month, we're focusing on senior pets, essential oils for senior pets. So if you have a senior pet and you want to learn about essential oils for them specifically, we're going to cover all the things, all the kind of problems that senior pets face as they get older. So if you have a pet, whether they're a senior or not, and hopefully they'll get to be their senior years, this will definitely be one that you won't want to miss, so that you can learn all the different things like the Aroma Touch for sore joints and things like that. Jessica says, is there a list of doTERRA oils that are safe for dogs? Yes, we have a great list. It's actually the list of oils not to use, because the list that you can use is very, very, very long. And you can pretty much use most of them. But if you go to essentialoilvet.com/pet safety, you can download that safety PDF. It's a PDF. It's 17 pages long. Or you can join the safety webinar, which is going to be over at essentialoilvet.com/safety webinar. And we're going to go through all of that on Thursday, Jessica. So definitely check that out. I hope to see you there. Nancy says, I need to deter snakes. Snakes, actually, you can definitely try those oils, peppermint and clove, because they're looking for food sources. So you have to get rid of the food sources to get rid of the snakes. That's the best things. Kathy says, are there any oils to help chickens during this Texas heat? You can actually do a little mist of peppermint. So just like 10 drops in 20 ounces of a spray bottle, shake it up really well, and then spritz them with it. Any kind of spritzing, like, they just love it. They love, getting spritzed with things. Feather misting spray is like what we like to call it. But definitely you can do that. Fans are super helpful. Shade is super helpful. It's tough though. It's really hard. It's hard on them this year. We've been, a lot of people have been losing chickens because of the heat and the drought. Mainly just the fact that there's not been any rain. Mary Kay, is peppermint safe to diffuse around dogs? Yep. Just remember, it's a really strong oil, so you don't need a lot of it. So I recommend just doing 1 or 2 drops and then mixing it with maybe a citrus oil or something like that. That's a little more gentle. And same thing with you, Cindy. What's okay to use diffuse around kittens? Definitely come to the safety webinar. You're going to learn all about that. Oh, you're going to learn all about that. Okay. Jeannie says, are there any oils that can help with skin health? I have an 8-year-old Shih Tzu whose skin is just flaking off and he's losing his hair. Definitely, Jeannie, you want to get some blood work done and make sure something internal isn't going on. The skin is the outward manifestation of what's going on internally. So usually it's gut health, or there is a gut health component. So with the skin, I always recommend starting with the gut. Make sure they're on a really good probiotic, digestive enzymes, a multivitamin like NuVet Plus and uvet.com. You can use code 27702. That's my code for the multivitamin. And let me see if I have a link to that so I can post it for you. Maybe not. Oh, there we go. And uvet.com. Use code 27702. So multivitamin, omegas, omega-3s. You can use the Kids IQ Omega that's liquid. Do a half a teaspoon per 10 pounds of body weight. And it is just a really good idea to do all that stuff. For skin specifically, if it's more itchy, then you can do a little bit of diluted Roman chamomile, the Kids Calmer blend, which has Roman chamomile in it. Diluted lavender. All of these are very, very good for the skin. Diluted myrrh, diluted frankincense. Just make sure you're diluting for a dog topically, for sure. So a lot of things can help, but you might want to get some blood work, make sure there isn't something else going on, like hypothyroidism, or there's so many things that can cause skin problems. So just getting a recommendation for that. Judy says, how to keep a dog from licking their paws due to environmental allergens. Wipe them off every time they come in with a microfiber cloth dipped in water with a little bit of lavender in it. That's going to help a ton. And that is going to help a ton. And also we do have a really good resource for those animals with allergies. I think we have it. Where is it? There we go. So free resource, essentialoilvet.com/allergy PDF. If you're in the membership group, we also have a 1-hour webinar on allergies specifically, that in animals and all the things that you can do for them, which we can't cover in like 2 minutes. But that is going to be super helpful. If you are struggling with this, definitely come to the membership. Come on over to the membership, guys. It's very, very low cost. There's different payment plan options to make it super easy for you to get the answers that you need. It's over at essentialoilvet.com/members to join the membership. If you grab that allergy PDF, you'll be invited to the membership right afterwards. If you find these free resources helpful, please join the membership so that we can continue to provide free resources for you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, my shameless plug is done. Amy says, is correct X safe for a dog? Sometimes yes, but I recommend no. Use something else instead that doesn't have tea tree in it. So correct X has quite a bit of tea tree in it. I have had some dogs have reactions to it because of that. So just get something that doesn't have tea tree in it. And then Amy also says, after surgery for a dog with stitches out, what can I use on the scar? You can dilute out some of the Immortelle. I also really like just plain helichrysum and myrrh diluted right over top of that. Once the stitches are out, you can go right over top of the scar, and it is super, super helpful. The other thing you can use, surprisingly, and you can use this to dilute it with, those oils with, is the After Sun Spray. The After Sun Spray actually quite good. It contains hyaluronic acid, and which is very good for helping the skin rejuvenate, and amazing oils as well as aloe in it, which is very, very gentle. All right, guys, that is